Have you ever imagined that it's possible to train your mind to remain calm and tranquil even in challenging situations? Dealing with a difficult conversation, facing your boss, or even controlling destructive thoughts may seem like an impossible task, but it's achievable by maintaining inner calmness amidst both internal and external life's turbulences. Fortunately, we can find guidance in the precepts of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has helped many people achieve happier and more fulfilling lives. Stoicism reminds us that the only thing we truly can control are our own thoughts and actions. As Epictetus said, man is not disturbed by things, but by the views he takes of them. This quote reminds us of the importance of how we interpret and react to life events, highlighting the power we have over our own minds. In this video, we will explore 26 profound lessons from Stoicism that can help you achieve inner peace and mastery over your emotions. I invite you, friends, to watch this video until the end and share your insights to help our community. Your journey of self-transformation begins now. Choose your battles wisely is a crucial skill for maintaining calmness in any situation. Stoics teach us to direct our energy towards what is under our control and to accept serenely what we cannot change. A direct quote from the Stoic Epictetus that reflects this idea is, "Some things are within our control, and some things are not. Within our control are opinion, intention, desire, aversion, and, in a word, everything that is our own action. Not within our control are the body, property, reputation, office, and, in a word, everything that is not our own action." This quote reminds us that we should direct our energy towards what we can control, our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. External situations, such as others' behavior or unexpected events, are beyond our control, and we should not let them consume us. By choosing our battles wisely, we avoid wasting energy on unnecessary worries and conflicts. Instead, we focus our attention on what we can influence and act serenely in the face of circumstances beyond our control. As Seneca said, "Life is like a play, it matters not the length, but the excellence of the acting." By choosing our battles wisely, we ensure that we are acting out our lives in the best way possible, with calmness, courage, and serenity. Practicing mindfulness, also known as mindfulness, is an essential lesson from Stoicism to maintain calmness in any situation. Mindfulness involves being present in the moment, observing thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without judgment. The Stoics believed that the key to mental tranquility lies in our ability to remain aware and present, even in the face of life's adversities. By practicing mindfulness, we cultivate a greater awareness of our thoughts and emotions, allowing us to respond to situations with calmness and clarity rather than reacting impulsively. A metaphor that illustrates the practice of mindfulness is that of mind as a lake. Imagine your mind as the surface of a tranquil lake. When we are mindful and present, the lake's surface remains calm and serene, reflecting everything around it clearly. However, when we are dominated by turbulent thoughts and emotions, the lake's surface becomes agitated and distorted, making clarity and vision difficult. Practicing mindfulness, we learn to keep our mind like the tranquil lake, observing thoughts and emotions as they arise but without being swept away by them. This allows us to maintain calmness and composure even in life's storms. The Stoic principle of self-sufficiency is closely related to the practice of mindfulness. By cultivating mindfulness, we develop greater emotional autonomy and an ability to find inner peace regardless of external circumstances. This helps us become less dependent on others' opinions and judgments and more capable of finding contentment within ourselves. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "Happiness is achieved when you stop waiting for life to be perfect and start appreciating the things you have." By practicing mindfulness, we learn to appreciate life's small joys and find peace and contentment in the present moment regardless of the circumstances around us. Practicing gratitude and contentment. Practicing gratitude and contentment is one of the fundamental lessons of Stoicism to maintain calmness in any situation. Stoics emphasize the importance of recognizing and appreciating the simple and essential things in life, cultivating an attitude of gratitude for what we already possess. Practicing gratitude, we learn to value the little things in life, like a beautiful sunset, a meaningful conversation with a friend, or even a nutritious meal. We recognize that many things we take for granted are actually precious blessings deserving of our appreciation. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The metaphor of the gratitude jar illustrates this practice. Imagine your life is like a jar, and each moment of gratitude is like a drop that fills this jar. The more consciously we practice gratitude, the fuller the jar becomes, overflowing with contentment and appreciation for life. Cultivating gratitude and contentment, we develop an abundance mindset, where we acknowledge the richness of our lives, even in the most challenging circumstances. This helps us stay calm in the face of adversity, focusing on what we have rather than what we lack. The practice of gratitude is also related to the Stoic principle of accepting the present moment. By cultivating gratitude, we learn to accept things as they are and to find beauty and meaning even in the most difficult situations. This helps us develop greater emotional resilience and deal with life's ups and downs with serenity and equanimity. Therefore, practicing gratitude and contentment is a powerful way to maintain calmness in any situation, as it helps us cultivate an attitude of appreciation for life and find joy and meaning even in the most challenging circumstances. Practicing contemplation. Practicing contemplation is one of the core practices of Stoicism to maintain calmness in any situation. Through contemplation, we seek to better understand ourselves, the world around us, and our place in it. This practice helps us develop a broader perspective and a deeper understanding of life, enabling us to face challenges with serenity and wisdom. Stoics believed that contemplation was essential to achieving wisdom and living a virtuous life. They taught us to reflect on our actions, values, and beliefs, and to question our impulses and desires in order to cultivate a calm and balanced mind. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus stated, "It is impossible to live a tranquil life without a calm mind." A useful metaphor to understand the importance of contemplation is that of a magnifying glass. Just as a magnifying glass allows us to closely examine the details of an object, contemplation allows us to closely examine aspects of our life and inner experience. By practicing contemplation, we can observe our thoughts, emotions, and reactions with greater clarity and objectivity, gaining valuable insights about ourselves and the world around us. Regularly contemplating, we develop a greater awareness of our thought and behavior patterns, empowering us to make more conscious and wise choices in our lives. Contemplation also helps us cultivate gratitude, compassion, and self-love, strengthening our emotional resilience and our ability to deal with life's challenges. Therefore, practicing contemplation is a powerful way to maintain calmness in any situation, as it helps us cultivate a calm and equanimous mind, capable of facing life's ups and downs with serenity and wisdom. Cultivating emotional resilience. Cultivating emotional resilience is a fundamental skill to maintain calmness in any situation, especially in moments of adversity and challenge. Emotional resilience allows us to face life's difficulties with flexibility, adaptability, and determination, keeping ourselves steady amidst emotional storms. The Stoics emphasized the importance of developing emotional resilience as part of a virtuous and balanced life. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "We are not disturbed by things, but by the opinion we have of them." This quote highlights the importance of our perspective and interpretation of situations in our lives. Cultivating emotional resilience involves learning to control our perceptions and reactions to circumstances, rather than letting them dominate us. A useful metaphor to understand emotional resilience is that of bamboo that bends but does not break during a storm. Like bamboo, we must learn to adapt and flex in the face of adversity, instead of rigidly resisting it. By cultivating emotional resilience, we develop the ability to deal with stress, uncertainty, and pain with serenity and inner strength. Practicing emotional resilience involves accepting life's changes and challenges with an attitude of openness and learning. Instead of being overwhelmed by difficulties, we learn from them and become stronger and more resilient as a result. Emotional resilience enables us to face life's adversities with courage, determination, and hope, keeping us calm and centered regardless of external circumstances. Therefore, cultivating emotional resilience is essential to maintaining calmness in any situation, as it allows us to face life's difficulties with equanimity, courage, and perseverance, keeping us firm in our pursuit of virtue and emotional well-being. Practicing self-discipline. Practicing self-discipline is a crucial lesson from Stoicism to maintain calmness in any situation. Self-discipline enables us to control our impulses, emotions, and reactions, even in the most challenging circumstances. The Stoic Epictetus said, "We are not disturbed by things, but by the opinion we have of them." This quote emphasizes the importance of our perception and judgment of the situations we face. By practicing self-discipline, we learn to control our perceptions and reactions, rather than allowing external circumstances to disturb us. Self-discipline also helps us stay focused on our goals and higher values, even in the face of temptations and distractions that may arise on our path. By cultivating self-discipline, we develop a greater ability to resist harmful impulses and make conscious, deliberate decisions that are aligned with our values and goals. Moreover, self-discipline helps us maintain calmness in stressful situations by giving us the ability to control our emotions and reactions, rather than being dominated by them. By practicing self-discipline, we develop a greater capacity to deal with stress and pressure, keeping us calm and centered regardless of external circumstances. Therefore, practicing self-discipline is essential to maintaining calmness in any situation, as it allows us to control our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, cultivating a greater sense of control, balance, and serenity in our lives. Cultivating the virtue of courage. Cultivating the virtue of courage is essential to maintaining calmness in any situation, as it allows us to face life's challenges and adversities with determination and confidence. The Stoic Seneca said, "Courage is knowing what not to fear." This phrase highlights the idea that true courage is not the absence of fear but the ability to act despite fear. Cultivating courage means being willing to face life's challenges and uncertainties, even when it may seem scary or uncomfortable. Cultivating courage, we learn to confront our fears and insecurities head-on, rather than avoiding or running away from them. This enables us to act with determination and resolve, even in the face of uncertainty and adversity. Courage also helps us maintain calmness in stressful situations by giving us the inner strength needed to deal with challenges with confidence and resilience. By facing our fears and challenges head-on, we develop a sense of self-confidence and self-esteem, which helps us stay calm and balanced regardless of external circumstances. Therefore, cultivating the virtue of courage is an essential part of Stoicism and helps us maintain calmness in the face of adversity, allowing us to face life's challenges with determination, confidence, and serenity. Cultivating inner serenity. Cultivating inner serenity is one of the most fundamental lessons of Stoicism to maintain calmness in any situation. This involves developing inner peace and a sense of balance regardless of external circumstances. The Stoic Epictetus stated, "What disturbs people's minds is not events, but their judgments on events." This quote highlights the importance of cultivating a serene and tranquil mind that is not disturbed by external events. By learning to control our own perceptions and reactions to situations, we can find inner calm that is unaffected by external events. Cultivating inner serenity involves practicing acceptance, gratitude, and self-discipline. By accepting things as they are, without resistance or judgment, we can find inner peace. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude and appreciation for the good things in our lives, we can maintain a positive outlook even in the face of challenges. And through self-discipline and self-control, we can learn to deal with our emotions and reactions in a calm and balanced manner. Cultivating inner serenity, we can find a sense of peace and tranquility that stays with us regardless of external circumstances. This enables us to face the ups and downs of life with calmness and confidence, knowing that we have the power to choose how to respond to each situation. Practicing acceptance of the present moment. Practicing acceptance of the present moment is another valuable lesson from Stoicism to maintain calmness in any situation. This involves fully accepting the reality of the present moment, without resistance or judgment, and being fully present here and now. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "Do not lose the present moment in the wait for the future." This quote highlights the importance of being present and aware of the present moment, rather than being caught up in worries about the future or ruminating on the past. By fully accepting the present moment, we can free ourselves from worries and anxieties about what might happen and focus on dealing with the reality of the present moment as best as we can. Practicing acceptance of the present moment helps us find inner peace and tranquility regardless of external circumstances. This allows us to face life's challenges with serenity and resilience, rather than being caught up in worries or regrets. By fully accepting the present moment, we can find a sense of calm and contentment regardless of external circumstances. Distinguishing between what is under our control. Distinguishing between what is under our control and what is not is one of the fundamental lessons of Stoicism to maintain calmness in any situation. This leads us to direct our energy and attention to what we can influence while serenely accepting what is beyond our control. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "We are disturbed not by things, but by the view which we take of them." This quote highlights the importance of our perspective and interpretation of situations. Often, our emotional reaction to circumstances is determined by our thoughts and judgments about them, rather than the situation itself. Understanding that we cannot control external events, such as other people's behavior or unforeseen events, we can direct our attention to our response to those events. This gives us a sense of power over our own lives and allows us to remain calm even in the face of challenges. Practicing this distinction helps us avoid unnecessary worries and anxieties, focusing our energy on what we can do to deal with situations as best as possible. By accepting what we cannot control, we can find a sense of inner peace and balance regardless of external circumstances. Developing an equanimous. Developing an equanimous worldview is one of the essential lessons of Stoicism. This implies cultivating an impartial and balanced perspective on life events and circumstances. Stoics teach us not to be swayed by emotional extremes but to maintain an objective and rational view of situations. Epictetus, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, reminds us, what disturbs people's minds is not events but their judgments about them. This quote emphasizes the importance of how we interpret and react to life events. By developing an equanimous view, we learn not to be dominated by emotions or others' opinions but to maintain a calm and steady mind in adversity. An equanimous worldview allows us to remain firm and centered, regardless of external circumstances. This does not mean being indifferent or passive but adopting a rational and tranquil approach to life's challenges. By practicing this Stoic lesson, we can cultivate inner serenity that enables us to face any situation with calmness, clarity, and wisdom. Learning to control one's emotions. Learning to control one's emotions is a fundamental lesson of Stoicism. This involves developing the ability to recognize and regulate our emotional reactions to the various situations we encounter in life. Stoics believe that emotions can be mastered through reason and self-control, and that we can choose how to respond to events around us. Seneca, one of the main Stoic philosophers, said, "We are not disturbed by things, but by the views we take of them." This quote highlights the idea that our emotions are influenced by our perceptions and interpretations of events, and that we can choose to adopt a more balanced and rational view of situations. Learning to control our emotions, we develop a greater ability to deal with life's challenges calmly and thoughtfully. This enables us to make wiser decisions, resolve conflicts constructively, and maintain healthy relationships. Additionally, it helps us cultivate greater inner serenity and live with more harmony and balance. Practicing emotional control requires self-awareness, self-discipline, and constant practice. It is a gradual process of learning and personal development, but it can bring numerous benefits to our quality of life and emotional well-being. Not allowing oneself to be influenced by the judgment of others. Not allowing oneself to be influenced by the judgment of others is an important lesson of Stoicism. Stoics emphasize the importance of cultivating inner autonomy and not allowing others' opinions to affect our inner tranquility or our choices. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, said, "Don't seek to have events happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do happen, and all will be well with you." This quote highlights the idea that we should worry more about our own rational judgment than external approval. Instead of seeking validation from others, we should seek authenticity and integrity in our actions and decisions. When we allow ourselves to be influenced by the judgment of others, we risk giving up our own autonomy and becoming hostages to external expectations and demands. This can lead us to act inauthentically, following patterns or behaviors that are not aligned with our deepest values and principles. Cultivating the ability not to be influenced by the judgment of others, we gain greater inner freedom and confidence in our own choices. This allows us to live according to our own principles and values, making us more resilient in the face of criticism or external judgments. Ultimately, what matters is not others' opinions of us, but how we see ourselves and how we live according to our own ethical and moral standards. By following the path of authenticity and integrity, we can find greater peace of mind and personal fulfillment. Valuing time and energy. Valuing time and energy is a crucial lesson of Stoicism, reminding us of the importance of directing our most precious resources towards what truly matters. Stoics teach us that both time and energy are finite resources, and we should use them wisely, focusing on what is under our control and letting go of what is not. Seneca, one of the most prominent Stoic philosophers, said, "Life is long if you know how to use it." This quote reminds us that if we manage our time and energy effectively, we can achieve great things and live a meaningful life. When we value our time and energy, we learn to prioritize what truly matters in our lives. This means saying no to activities or relationships that drain us without offering significant returns, and instead investing in projects and people that contribute to our personal growth and well-being. Valuing time and energy helps us develop a healthy sense of urgency towards our goals and aspirations. We recognize that life is precious, and we should not waste it on futile activities or worries that lead us nowhere. Ultimately, by valuing our time and energy, we cultivate a mindset of abundance and gratitude towards life. We acknowledge that we have enough to achieve what we desire, as long as we use them wisely and discerningly. Focusing on what is essential and prioritizing. Focusing on what is essential and prioritizing is a fundamental lesson of Stoicism, leading us to direct our attention and energy towards what truly matters in our lives. Stoics teach us to discern between the fundamental and the superfluous, to avoid dispersing our resources on insignificant concerns. Epictetus, another renowned Stoic philosopher, said, "Don't seek to have events happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do happen, and all will be well with you." This quote reminds us of the importance of identifying and focusing on the areas we can influence and control, instead of worrying about what is beyond our reach. Focusing on what is essential and prioritizing, we can set clear goals and define the necessary steps to achieve them. This helps us avoid distractions and time wasted on activities that do not contribute to our personal and professional progress. Prioritizing the essential, we develop a sense of purpose and direction in our lives. We recognize that our choices have an impact and that it is crucial to dedicate our time and energy to what brings us closer to our goals and aspirations. Focusing on what is essential and prioritizing, we cultivate a mindset of clarity and effectiveness, allowing us to live more consciously and in alignment with our deepest values and purposes. Keeping an open mind to new perspectives. Keeping an open mind to new perspectives is a crucial skill for personal growth and wisdom. Stoics valued the ability to question their own beliefs and be willing to learn from different viewpoints. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic exponent, reminds us, if someone speaks ill of you, do not justify yourself with words, show them simply your serene heart. This quote emphasizes the importance of maintaining calmness and an open mind in the face of criticism and different opinions encountered throughout life. Keeping an open mind, we can see beyond our own biases and limitations, allowing us to explore new ideas and concepts. This makes us more flexible and adaptable to change, as well as more empathetic in our interactions with others. Embracing new perspectives, we expand our understanding of the world and enrich our life experience. Being open to different viewpoints helps us develop a deeper understanding of the complexity of human existence and empowers us to make more informed and conscious decisions. Keeping an open mind to new perspectives allows us to grow as individuals, strengthens our relationships, and helps us navigate life's uncertainties with greater grace and wisdom. Developing a problem-solving attitude. Developing a problem-solving attitude is fundamental for effectively and calmly dealing with life's challenges. Stoics valued the ability to face problems head-on, rather than being consumed by unnecessary worries or anxieties. A quote by Epictetus illustrates this principle: "People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them." This phrase highlights the importance of our perspective and attitude towards the challenges we face. Instead of allowing fear or worry to dominate us, we can choose to adopt a proactive stance focused on finding solutions. Developing a problem-solving mindset involves cultivating the ability to analyze situations calmly and clearly, identify obstacles, and seek creative and effective ways to overcome them. This requires self-discipline, mental flexibility, and confidence in our ability to deal with adversities. Adopting a problem-solving attitude, we can turn challenges into opportunities for personal growth and learning. Instead of feeling defeated by difficulties, we view each obstacle as a chance to become stronger, more resilient, and wiser. Developing a problem-solving attitude empowers us to face life's challenges with confidence and determination, enabling us to overcome obstacles and achieve our goals with serenity and effectiveness. Taking responsibility for your own actions and choices. Taking responsibility for our own actions and choices is a central principle of Stoicism, which emphasizes the importance of recognizing that we have control over our own lives. It means accepting that we are the main agents of change in our journeys and that the decisions we make have direct consequences on our well-being and happiness. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus expressed this idea powerfully by saying, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." This quote highlights the importance of focusing on matters we can control, such as our own attitudes and actions, rather than worrying about things beyond our control. Taking responsibility for our choices also involves recognizing that we are responsible for our reactions to life's circumstances. Even when facing challenges or adversities, we can choose to respond constructively and positively, instead of being swept away by despair or self-pity. Taking responsibility for our actions empowers us to learn from our mistakes and grow as individuals. Instead of blaming others or external circumstances for our failures, we acknowledge our own contributions to these situations and strive to act differently in the future. Seeking self-awareness and personal growth. Seeking self-awareness and personal growth is a fundamental journey in Stoicism, which values the pursuit of inner wisdom and continuous refinement of character. This involves deepening our understanding of ourselves, our emotions, thoughts, and behavior patterns, so that we can live more authentically and meaningfully. The Stoic philosopher Seneca stated, "Know thyself," emphasizing the importance of looking inward and exploring our own nature. This quote reminds us that self-awareness is the foundation of all personal growth, and that we should seek to understand our strengths, weaknesses, values, and aspirations. Seeking self-awareness involves practices such as reflection, meditation, and deep questioning of our own beliefs and assumptions. By becoming more aware of our thoughts and emotions, we can identify self-destructive or limiting patterns and work to transform them. Seeking personal growth means being open to continuous learning and the development of new skills and knowledge. This allows us to expand our horizons, explore new perspectives, and reach our full potential as human beings. Seeking self-awareness and personal growth, we also cultivate greater compassion and empathy for ourselves and others. We recognize that we are all on journeys of self-discovery and that we face similar challenges in the pursuit of fulfillment and meaning. Seeking self-awareness and personal growth empowers us to live with more authenticity, compassion, and purpose. It is a continuous and transformative process that helps us navigate the complexities of life with wisdom and integrity. Finding meaning and purpose in all experiences. Finding meaning and purpose in all experiences is a fundamental practice in Stoicism, inviting us to look beyond external circumstances and find intrinsic value in every situation we face. It involves cultivating a mindset of acceptance and transformation, where each challenge can be seen as an opportunity for growth and learning. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus emphasized the importance of changing our perspective regarding difficulties, stating, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This quote reminds us that our response to situations is crucial in determining our well-being and personal growth. Finding meaning and purpose in all experiences involves cultivating an attitude of gratitude and acceptance, recognizing that even the most challenging moments can teach us valuable lessons and help us develop qualities such as resilience, compassion, and wisdom. Seeking meaning and purpose in all experiences helps us stay focused on what truly matters in our lives, allowing us to live according to our deepest values and highest aspirations. Adopting this mindset, we can find beauty and meaning even in the most difficult situations, turning our challenges into opportunities for growth and personal evolution. This empowers us to live more fully and authentically, regardless of the external circumstances we may face. Practicing emotional detachment from material things. Practicing emotional detachment from material things is a central practice in Stoicism, which teaches us not to attribute our personal value or happiness to material possessions. It involves cultivating a mindset of detachment towards things that are beyond our control and recognizing that our true wealth lies in virtue and wisdom, not in material goods. The Stoic Seneca emphasized the importance of not becoming overly attached to material things, stating, "Wealth is acquired with difficulty and lost with ease." This quote reminds us that material possessions are fleeting and cannot provide true security or lasting happiness. Practicing emotional detachment from material things frees us from unrealistic expectations and the incessant desire for more, allowing us to find contentment and satisfaction in the present moment. This doesn't mean that we should completely renounce material things, but rather that we should cultivate a healthy and balanced relationship with them, recognizing that they are only tools to facilitate our journey in life, not sources of identity or happiness. Practicing emotional detachment from material things, we can live more lightly and freely, focusing on what truly matters and valuing interpersonal relationships, meaningful experiences, and personal growth. This helps us develop a more resilient mindset and a greater ability to deal with life's uncertainties and challenges, finding contentment and gratitude regardless of external circumstances. Learning to deal with uncertainty and adversity. Learning to deal with uncertainty and adversity is a fundamental skill taught by Stoicism. It involves cultivating a resilient and adaptable mindset, capable of facing life's challenges with courage and serenity, even when circumstances are difficult or unpredictable. Stoics acknowledge that life is full of uncertainties and that we will face numerous adversities along the way. However, instead of despairing in the face of these inevitable realities, we can learn to accept them with serenity and determination. The Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote emphasizes the importance of focusing on what is under our control, our own minds and our reactions to circumstances, instead of overly worrying about external events over which we have little or no control. Learning to deal with uncertainty and adversity, we develop a greater capacity for adaptation and resilience. Instead of being overwhelmed by every setback or challenge, we can learn from these experiences and grow stronger as a result. Accepting the impermanent nature of life and the inevitable changes and uncertainties it brings, we can cultivate greater inner peace and equanimity. This allows us to face life's ups and downs with more calmness and acceptance, finding opportunities for growth and learning amidst difficulties. Learning to deal with uncertainty and adversity helps us develop a more resilient and serene mindset, empowering us to face life's challenges with courage and determination, regardless of external circumstances. Cultivating healthy and meaningful relationships. Cultivating healthy and meaningful relationships is an essential lesson of Stoicism because these connections can bring great benefit to our emotional and spiritual life. Stoics emphasize the importance of cultivating friendships based on virtue, trust, and mutual respect. Epictetus, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, reminds us, "Friendship is a single soul dwelling in two bodies." This quote highlights the depth and importance of true friendships, which can support and strengthen us in times of difficulty and bring us joy and companionship in good times. Healthy relationships are those in which there is reciprocity, empathy, and open communication. They provide us with a sense of belonging, security, and emotional support, which is essential for our mental and emotional well-being. Stoics also remind us of the importance of not becoming overly dependent on others for our happiness and contentment. The Stoic philosopher Seneca writes, "Happiness depends on ourselves." This quote emphasizes the importance of cultivating an internal source of contentment and satisfaction, rather than relying solely on others to feel complete. When cultivating healthy and meaningful relationships, we should do so in a balanced way, always maintaining a sense of autonomy and emotional independence. This means valuing and appreciating the people in our lives while also recognizing our own ability to find happiness and meaning, regardless of external circumstances. Cultivating healthy and meaningful relationships is an important lesson of Stoicism because these connections can provide us with emotional support, companionship, and a sense of belonging. However, it's also crucial to maintain a sense of autonomy and emotional independence, recognizing that true happiness comes from within ourselves. Not being swayed by impulses or passing emotions. Not being swayed by impulses or passing emotions is a fundamental lesson of Stoicism, teaching us to cultivate the virtue of self-discipline and maintain inner balance in the face of life's various situations. Stoics remind us of the importance of cultivating inner serenity and calmness in the face of external circumstances. Seneca, in his letters, writes, "No wind is favorable to those who do not know where they are going." This quote reminds us that when we allow ourselves to be swayed by impulses or passing emotions, we lose our direction in life, becoming vulnerable to the whims of fate. A useful metaphor for this lesson is the image of an anchor in the midst of a storm. Just as an anchor keeps a ship firm and steady even amidst the turbulent waves of the sea, self-discipline and the ability to control our emotions allow us to remain firm and unshaken in the face of life's adversities. Reflecting on this metaphor, we can consider how cultivating inner serenity allows us to maintain balance and stability even in the most challenging situations. Just as an anchor protects us from the winds and waves, self-discipline shields us from emotional ups and downs, enabling us to navigate the course of our lives with firmness and determination. Not being swayed by impulses or passing emotions is a valuable lesson of Stoicism, teaching us to cultivate inner calmness and serenity in the face of life's uncertainties and adversities. By cultivating self-discipline and the ability to control our emotions, we can safely navigate the turbulent waters of existence, remaining firm and stable regardless of external circumstances. Developing a calm and balanced mind in the face of challenges. Developing a calm and balanced mind in the face of challenges is one of the essential lessons of Stoicism, teaching us to cultivate inner serenity and maintain emotional balance even in the most difficult situations. Stoics remind us of the importance of maintaining inner calmness in the face of external circumstances. Epictetus, one of the main Stoic philosophers, emphasized the idea that it's not external things that disturb us, but our judgments about them. This perspective invites us to cultivate a calm and balanced mind capable of remaining serene in the face of life's challenges. A metaphor that illustrates this lesson is the image of a sturdy tree amidst a storm. Just as a strong and rooted tree is able to resist strong winds and heavy rains, a calm and balanced mind is able to remain unshaken in the face of life's adversities. Reflecting on this metaphor, we can consider how cultivating inner serenity allows us to face challenges with courage and determination. Just as a sturdy tree is not swayed by the winds, a calm and balanced mind is not disturbed by life storms, remaining firm and stable in the face of adversities. Developing a calm and balanced mind in the face of challenges is an important lesson of Stoicism, inviting us to cultivate inner serenity and maintain emotional balance even in the most difficult situations. By practicing self-discipline and controlling our emotions, we can face challenges with courage and determination, remaining firm and stable regardless of external circumstances. Maintaining faith in one's ability to overcome difficulties is one of the fundamental lessons of Stoicism, which teaches us to trust in our inner strength and resilience, even in the face of the toughest challenges. The Stoics remind us of the importance of cultivating self-confidence and believing in our ability to face and overcome life's adversities. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, said, "The power to change or endure whatever happens lies within me, not outside." This quote reminds us that true strength lies within us, and that we are capable of facing any challenge when we trust in our own ability. A metaphor that illustrates this lesson is the image of a sailor confident in their abilities to cross turbulent seas. Just as a sailor relies on their ability to navigate rough waters, we must rely on our ability to face life's challenges with courage and determination. Reflecting on this metaphor, we can consider how maintaining faith in our ability to overcome difficulties allows us to face challenges with confidence and determination. Just as a confident sailor is not shaken by storms, a person confident in their ability to overcome difficulties does not become discouraged by the obstacles they encounter along the way. Maintaining faith in one's ability to overcome difficulties is an important lesson of Stoicism, which invites us to trust in our inner strength and resilience, even in the face of the toughest challenges. By cultivating self-confidence and believing in our ability to face and overcome life's adversities, we can navigate the turbulent seas of existence with courage, determination, and serenity. In this journey, we have explored 26 profound lessons of Stoicism, each offering a key to achieving the much sought-after inner peace. These teachings remind us of the importance of cultivating serenity, resilience, and acceptance in the face of life's vicissitudes. As the Stoics say, true happiness is living in peace with oneself. This quote emphasizes that the true source of contentment lies within ourselves, regardless of external circumstances. My friends, I invite you to join this community, where we seek deeper understanding and ever-growing wisdom. By sharing our thoughts and experiences, we strengthen the foundations of our collective development. It is through open dialogue and the exchange of ideas that we enrich our journey of self-awareness and personal growth.